team.
Keep talking like this has nothing to do with you. But I take it you've got no intention of beating a retreat.
I don't think she's supposed to be facing that way.
Sounds like you've got the railway gun set to automatic firing mode too.
Okay, is this part of the cutscene?
I was wondering what that sound was.
No, she's definitely supposed to be aiming the gun at her, right? At fucking S. But this makes it look like Sarah is on their team now. Like, legitimately. For a second, I was thinking like, wait a minute, is Sarah part of the terrorist group? Like, that would be the most insane plot twist ever, but like, I don't think it's supposed to be like that. I think the animation screwed up and she didn't turn around.
It was loading another round!
Oh, I was hoping you'd miss it in all your babbling. It's got, 10 minutes or so to go.
Conniving witch. You can let us past, or we're going to force our way through. Your choice.
Dude, this is hilarious.
Careful. She's a dangerous one to tangle with. And she's hiding something.
Right again.
Damn! Giant archaisms!
Ooh, just my color, too. For borrowed muscle, I've really taken a liking to them.
Scarlet?
Gideon might have fallen, but it's not too late to send the Chancellor to join him on his way to Gehenna.
How about you go instead?
Crossbell's counting on us. Strike with everything you've got.
Let's rock!
Roger, Roger.
Think you can satisfy me, little kittens?
Go!
Go indeed. And yes, I can, Scarlet. If you just allow me, I will show you. All right. Plasma Storm. Go, Sarah. Show her what you've got.
Let's see you live through this! Plasma Storm!
Nice. She's knocked down as well. Very, very good. Shit. I can't take it back now, can I? Yeah. Oh well.
The might of the Arcade School!
This might actually hit a lot because this is. Wait, no.
Radiant Blade Dance!
Is this is a craft, right? This is a craft. 30,000.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Go!
Yo! I did not think that quartz worked on S-crafts as well, but now that I think about it, S-crafts are crafts. And oh my god. Holy shit. Imagine if it was a critical as well, because that wasn't a critical, I don't think. Maybe it was. But I don't think it was. Yeah, it's double what it would have been normally, right? Fucking hell. Maybe it was a critical. I don't know. Jesus Christ. That was quite the fucking attack. Holy.
Now's our chance!
And one for me! It's my turn!
Bring him
Arcus
the
activate.
Dressel.
Go!
See?
Yeah!
The Tree. Summon the Tree. To bring justice upon the evildoers. Uh-oh.
Leave it to me!
Oh. That wasn't too bad.
Flames
Go,
gather
Rean.
on my blade.
Indeed they do.
Strike!
Okay.
Well, that was kind of weak.
Of course.
Critical hit. Guess we'll go for the other one.
Off guard.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they have this thing.
Okay.
Here goes.
Yeah.
Let's just use Ricuria to get rid of the debuff. It did not work, which is interesting.
My turn.
I expected it to work, but it did not. It was very interesting. All right,
Okay.
we're back in the game.
Hear me.
Thanks.
You're back in the game, Reen. Go and fight. Oh shit, she's healing.
Leave it to me.
We need to take out these motherfuckers. These other guys first. God damn it, what the fuck? This whole strength debuff is so annoying. Uh-oh. Thank God.
Go.
God damn it, this strength debuff is something else.
I can do this. Arcus, activate. Leave it
Arcus
to me.
activate.
Here goes.
Arts still work, I believe. Yes.
Now.
Ah,
I'm
that
sorry,
hurt.
everyone.
Reen!
Right.
No! No, Reen! Hey! Hey! God, that's weak.
Hope you like pain.
Of course.
Okay. It's time. Go, Sarah. Take out the other one as well.
Let's see you live through this. Plasma storm.
My turn.
Okay. Now. We need... Who do we need? Okay, we'll heal
It's my turn.
her. Serene blessing
Hear me.
Reen. It's good that
Thanks.
Scarlet is knocked down.
Thank you
This
very
will give us some
much.
time to heal. Or not.
This is
Just
nothing.
gets up and attacks. Oh, actually, we can just Radiant Waltz.
Behold the might of the Arcade School.
Show her the might of the Arcade School.
Radiant Blade Dance.
Shit.
Okay.
Oh my god, you froze. It's time to link up again. Fuck. Alright. Go attack her. From behind. Take her from behind.
Here we go.
Hey! Say!
You have my thanks.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me.
Go!
Say,
My turn.
say,
It's my turn.
God. The freeze god. Freeze god Laura.
Do it. All right, follow me.
Got
Oh my god, their teamwork is incredible.
Go!
I knew they were just meant for each other.
Right.
How humiliating.
Evil will fall before my blade.
Indeed. Force that reached level 5.
I did it!
Making progress.
I did it.
Not bad.
I did it.
That should suffice.
Nice.
Nice. Nice indeed. Gah. Indeed.
No.
No. And they succeeded, shutting down one of them. But the other one, though. What about you? Oh my god, they've beaten him. They beat him as well.
Systems deactivated.
Oh my god, they are.
Thank goodness.
Ah, you got me. Shouldn't have expected any less from the ace of the 4th
Where
Armored
is
Division.
Comrade C?
Well, the rest of you weren't half bad either.
I can't believe you could take on this many of us at once.
You were one tough old bear.
Neidhart here. We've regained control of the left railway gun.
And we've deactivated the right wing's railway gun over here. Good work.
We did it.
Oh, thank goodness.
Don't celebrate too early.
My. You can hardly call our crossing paths coincidence at this point. Oh well, no matter. Everything played out just like C said it would, both here and in Crossbell.
What are you talking about?
Comrade S.
What?
This is why you kill your
How do
enemies.
they still move?
We'd completely incapacitated them.
This is why you kill your enemies.
Go, Comrade S! Regroup with Comrades C and V and bring the hammer down once and for all!
That's the plan. Well, I'll catch you all in the great beyond.
What?
No!
She wouldn't.
And she grapple hooked into the flying vehicle, the plane. I wouldn't call that a plane. Helicopter? Nah. It's just a flying thing. Where the fuck is Comrade C anyway? What has he been doing? Is he flying the plane? Or the flying transport? The ship? That's the word I was... Oh, really?
Leader of the Imperial Liberation Front. Allow me to extend my congratulations. You did well, fending off our two-pronged attack here and in Crossbell.
Let's be honest. Your name is Cassius, right?
But it would be foolish to assume this is the end of it. The hammer of judgment shall fall again. I'm ready.
It's Cassius, right? It's gotta be. There's no other person who's that strong and their name starts with a C.
So this is the Imperial Liberation Front. For even more reason than I'd heard.
So C was here after all.
Who is he anyway? What's he hiding? Even the intelligence division's drawing a blank trying to gather info on him.
At least this time we managed to capture some of them alive. And they will talk.
And they're dead.
What the hell?
Is this? Poison?
What?
What?
This is bad.
Indeed it is.
Looks like these guys all swallowed neurotoxin capsules. I don't think we're gonna be able to save them. I doubt it'll work, but I'm gonna try to neutralize the poison. Emma, if you got any herbs you think might help, give me a hand here.
Of course!
Do you think they'll pull through?
Nah,
Not
mate.
sure. I'd give them 50-50 maybe.
Even if we can keep them alive, there's no guarantee they'll regain consciousness. No!
Oh no! Some bad dudes died.
Why would they go this far?
Because it's called fighting for a cause, okay? They are true to their cause. They believe in their cause.
These are the kinds of people we're dealing with.
They know that if they get captured,
Some
their
quick
cause
thinking,
is likely
hard
to.
fighting, and a little luck, we were able to stop a potentially devastating terrorist attack in its tracks. But with the political climate as it was, this incident, overshadowed by the crisis in Crossbell, was never made public. In the days that followed, we still felt shaken, our eyes newly opened to the dangers facing our homeland, both outside and within.
Oh my god. Chapter 5, Signs and Omens, End.
Keep up the good work!
Why, thank you, Sarah. I will.
Good showing, everyone.
Why, thank you. You did well as you did good as well, Sarah. Link level 5. Oh my god. Yikes. Ugh. 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 Gross. Nice. I guess Link level 5 is the max? Alright. Over 2 weeks later?
Half a month after the incident at Corellia Fortress, a sense of lingering unease still hung over the Empire.
Indeed
the government
it did.
increased patrols by the railway military police as part of their counter-terrorism measures, while the noble faction bolstered their provincial armies. There were even rumors that they'd hired several Jaeger corps. At the center of everything was the Imperial Liberation Front. They had allied with a terrorist group from the Republic of Calvard to attack the trade conference in Crossbell, and as we'd seen firsthand, had attacked Corellia Fortress in an attempt to fire the 2 railway guns stationed there. They'd made it abundantly clear that they were no mere insurgents. These were dangerous people we were dealing with. And following their attempts to target Chancellor Osborne and the Reformist faction, rumors started to spread of a possible connection between the Imperial Liberation Front and the noble faction itself. Meanwhile, new information was filtering in from Crossbell that surprised us all. During the conference, one of the representatives of Crossbell's state government made the daring declaration that Crossbell would soon declare its independence, breaking free from its neighbors Calvard and Erebonia. To no one's surprise, both the Imperial government and the noble faction dismissed it as nothing more than delusional raving. But one thing was clear: that declaration only served to increase the tension in Erebonia and across the continent.
Interesting. I don't understand why people would take that as mindless raving, or whatever the fuck they said. I mean, they literally just declared independence, right?
On a cool, clear autumn day, the Academy's prestigious board of directors gathered for their first meeting of the year.
Indeed. Conference room. Can we see this meeting? Oh my god. If it isn't Principal Van Dijk!
And that concludes my biannual report.
Good, good. It seems the Academy is running like a well-oiled machine. No administrative issues to speak of. Student performance is sitting comfortably above the national average on exams and on general aptitude tests, too.
The second-year students seem to be having a banner year as well. The Student Council president, in particular, has built up an outstanding array of extracurricular achievements.
Well, she attended last month's trade conference, and from what I hear, she put the professional secretaries to shame. I only wish the conference could have ended on a more positive note.
I'll say, the share prices of my company have been on a real roller coaster ride ever since.
Undoubtedly. What happened at the trade conference has wreaked havoc on the economy as a whole. But moving on. I couldn't help but notice in the recent exam reports that Class 1 and 2's academic performance seems to be slipping. Perhaps the preferential treatment given to the upper class students is hindering their scholastic development?
I would not jump to that conclusion as the first thing.
Well,
there could very well be
are
other...
allowed to return home during August to learn more about their family's lands. It's a tradition here, but one I can't help but wonder if we've outgrown the need for in this modern age.
True enough.
If I may, traditions accumulate and hold meaning only so long as they're preserved. Our nation's culture, its arts, its social class, all are rich with tradition that makes Erebonia what it is. And I believe we have a duty to protect and uphold them.
Well, tradition is cool and all, but up until it stifles progression and intuition. Tradition is great until it stops progress, at which point it, in my opinion, should be dismantled or rethought or adapted to become something else, like a new tradition. That's usually how most civilizations work.
After all, does not this very institution champion the ideals of its founder, Emperor Drygles?
Indeed it does. Though I've always understood Drygles' intent to be the founding of an academy for the people. Even 200 years ago, when education was seen as the province of the nobility, male commoners were permitted to enroll. Today, we have plenty of young women attending, and the commoners easily outnumber the nobles on campus. Perhaps it's time we started taking strides to realize Emperor Drygles' true ideal.
You seem to be laboring under a few misconceptions here. Commoners were permitted to attend, but only as retainers. Retainers served knights, who served lords, who served the emperor. That's the way the Erebonian society functioned. From that vantage, the structure of the academy in its earlier days certainly seems to have embodied that social order. And if that's so, what is there to suggest that it's not the social order itself that has become the aberration?
It depends on what perspective you're coming from here, right? If you're thinking the school absolutely, or rather, the Emperor Drygles was absolutely correct in how he ran things, then yeah, sure. Could be that class system is a great thing. On the other hand, if you think, oh shit, maybe Emperor Drygles, the way he ran things was incorrect and just wrong and in general just bad, then maybe you ought to change things, eh?
Well, for one, if that were the case, it would be far easier for me to see my views put into practice. But I can hardly get a word in edgewise between you two. Well, I'd certainly enjoy a return to the way things were in Drygles' time, at least in that particular respect.
Our apologies, Your Highness.
Well, our role here is to consider your views and work toward implementing them.
See what I mean? Would you be so kind as to help me out here, Principal?
I'm here to moderate this board. It wouldn't do for me to express my position on the issues at hand. That said, I'm sure your passion for reform will triumph in the end, Your Highness.
I suppose I should have known better than to look to my old teacher for sympathy.
It warms my heart to see such a fine teacher-student relationship.
Now, if I may, I'd like to steer this discussion toward a rather timely topic. We've already touched on the issues regarding the Orbal Net and the Orbal Staves, but I'd like to stress again that the adoption of new security measures for the Orbal Net should be a top priority.
You think? You think? After what happened, you think? I'm surprised they don't, like, shut the whole network down based on what happened. That's usually how these things go, you know? Especially if it's like a new technology.
Well, I'm certainly inclined to agree. But we'll have to rely on the Foundation directly, as things are looking a little shaky with the IBC.
You can leave that to me. The other matter I'd like to review is the use of the Orbal Staves and the Arcus units. Or more specifically, we need to talk about how Class 7 should operate from here on out.
Yes.
Setting aside the fact that my daughter is a member of Class 7, I think we need to reconsider how the class should be run, in light of what happened at Corellia Fortress. While it certainly proved an excellent chance to see what the Arcus units are capable of, I have serious doubts about whether we should carry on with these field studies, given the current political climate.
It would be difficult to do so, I admit. With the terrorists at large and the problems in Crossbell unresolved, these are uncertain times.
At the very least, I believe it may be in the class's best interest to cancel this month's field study. We could always resume them once the terrorists have been arrested and the situation in Crossbell calms down.
Indeed.
Arise, O youth, and become the foundation of the world. I'm sure you all recognize the words of Emperor Drykos. They become something of a school motto here. It's my belief that Class 7's actions at Corellia Fortress perfectly embody the spirit of that directive. They stood together to stop a tragedy in the making and, in a sense, protected the foundation of our world. No one ordered them to do it. They took action of their own free will, because they knew in their hearts what was right. Some might call it recklessness. Some may think it rash. Some may even venture to call it hubris. However, as chairman of this academy, I'm incredibly proud of what the brave young men and women of Class 7 achieved.
Your Highness.
Yes.
Troubled times may lay in store for Erebonia, and for the entire continent in the months and years to come. But I believe that makes something like Class 7's field studies all the more significant. The experiences they're having now will help them find the strength and the means to press on through adversity. I can't be the only one who feels this way, can I?
I mean, you're right. Up until one of them gets killed. Then it becomes a problem, like a serious problem.
They do seem to be showing remarkable growth. That much is true. Although I have no idea how much my daughter is really capable of, immature as she is.
I could say the same of my hothead of a son.
I do wonder about my brother sometimes. However, it does seem that enrolling at this academy has helped him start breaking out of his shell.
I guess we'll resume
the
the field
Academy
studies.
Festival coming next month, we hadn't even planned a field study. So the issue at hand is just whether to hold a field study at the end of this month or not. I'd like to ask those in favor of going ahead with this month's field study to please raise their hands.
Is it a yes? Is it a yay or nay? Tell us. 6th period, special homeroom. What's so special
I'd
about
like
it?
to begin by taking everyone's ideas for our class's part in the school festival.
Oh my god, we're gonna have a school festival? Kidding me?
The festival will run for 2 days next month, the 23rd and the 24th. Equipment setup and the other preparatory work will begin in the afternoon 2 days before the start of the festival. But there's a lot of preparation needed before we get to that point, and the sooner we get that underway, the better.
That's all the more reason to figure out what exactly we want to do.
Some of our options include displays, events, stage shows, and cafes. Does that sound right, Crow?
Yeah, though no class I know would settle for just some simple display. I mean, come on, no one ever said, boy, we better rush to get in the line for that display.
Well, either way, I'd like to start by soliciting some ideas from all of you. We're just brainstorming right now, so feel free to say whatever comes to mind.
I've never been a fan of cultural festivals, as they are in anime and such. Yeah.
Would it kill you all to give just a teensy bit of cooperation?
I know. It's just...
It's kind of hard to focus right now.
Why?
You're one to talk, standing up there with your nervous fidgeting.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised.
The board of directors is in session as we speak, deciding what'll happen to our class.
And those of us with family members who sit on that board probably have even more cause for concern.
You can say that again. We can't even be sure whether there'll be a field study this month.
That's about the long and short of it. With everything that happened during last month's field study, it honestly wouldn't surprise me if they just canceled it.
I can't say I have any particular feelings of attachment to our field studies, but I refuse to accept needless changes to our curriculum, especially with my brother involved in the decision-making process.
Yeah, I can see what you mean.
Makes sense to me. We also have to account for the fact that going on our field study means that much less time to prepare for the festival. So as you can see, it presents a bit of a problem.
Man, look at you guys taking this all seriously.
I probably should have asked a little earlier, but what's this festival you guys keep talking about?
Thank you,
Wait,
William.
Seriously?
Thank you. Our presence as the audience is in her.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have gone over that for your benefit.
Every year, the students here organize and put on a school-wide festival.
Of course they do, because it's anime. Of course they do.
There are stage events, food stalls, and all kinds of things to see and do. And it generally falls to each of the first-year classes to provide the main attractions.
Yeah, participating is optional for the second years, since by this point they're usually focusing on their future careers. Oh, and each of the clubs generally get involved too.
Huh, that sounds fun. In that case, we have to do something. We can't just let the other classes roll over us because we're small.
It's not a competition. That's the one thing that, you know, all these anime that do the cultural festival always seem to like insinuate that it's a fucking competition. It's not a competition.
You say that, but I've already had one of the girls from Class 1 bluster up to me declaring that this time victory will be all ours.
It's not a
It
competition.
must have been Ferris. That sounds exactly like something she'd say.
Who the fuck is Ferris?
Well, Class 1 does seem to have had it in for us ever since the midterm results were announced.
If it's all the same, I'd rather not see the House of High Arms claim yet another nominal victory. But we need to account for the fact that our class is markedly smaller than theirs is.
That's certainly true.
It'd help if we at least knew what the other classes are doing.
What are you even competing in? I don't understand.
It kind of seems like everyone's having trouble staying focused.
Come on, everyone, get it
Oh,
together.
yes. Yes. Yes, finally, thank you. Our
Inspector
savior.
Isn't this a self-study period?
Oh, it was. But I thought you all might like to know that the board of directors meeting just adjourned a few minutes ago. So I decided to skip along down here and be the first to break the news.
Then?
What about our next field study? Are we still on?
The Chancellor's not the only one with a little too much iron in his blood, because the board voted unanimously to have you continue your field studies.
You mean it?
So that's how it is.
You know, even though they're always hard work, I actually feel a little relieved.
Considering all that happened last month, we'll need to be especially careful this time around.
Still, it feels like our field studies are a big part of who we are as a class.
I mean, debatable. Debatable.
They're kind of a pain, but oh well. We should be grateful to His Highness and the directors.
I mean, I suppose if your school curriculum consists of basically just going on trips to different parts of the country, then might be a cool like thing to do. Honestly, I would have killed for a chance to have this kind of curriculum in my school days. To have like essentially go and stay overnight for multiple days sometimes in like different parts of the country, doing like tasks for other people, for different people, and like learning about the the culture and like tradition of certain like areas in the country. That shit would be a really cool idea in real life, but unfortunately, it's not real life, which is sad.
That's good news.
Seeing the hard road and the easy road, then picking the hard one anyway. That's youth for you.
It also sounded like His Highness and the directors will be taking off in pretty short order. So I'll let you guys out of study hall early to go see them if you want.
Oh.
If you say so.
I think I'll take you up on that.
They're just standing around. I guess they are. Mother. Dad. Matches. I haven't had the chance to talk with you since the summer festival. Blah blah blah. We don't care about these two at all. True. What is the Alberea household trying to accomplish? Time is something you make, not something you find. All the more so if you're in a position of responsibility. Bah. Lady Elisa is quite the multitasker herself. It's here. There's no trouble balancing her time between her studies, training, club activities, and hobbies. Of course she doesn't. I'd be disappointed if she wasn't able to manage at least that much. You need to start using your time more creatively, Elisa, instead of simply doing what's required of you. Ugh. I saw the railway guns at Gorelia, and I saw what those are capable of. And I can understand why grandfather regrets ever making them. You honestly feel things like that are necessary? Are you really okay with that? Heh. Heh. I think the fact that you've seen enough to ask me that now means that deep down you've realized that they are both necessities of this era we live in. The opinions of others are only that. Stop relying on them so much. Observe for yourself and draw your own conclusions. That's what someone who was truly independent would do anyway.
Still,
Wise
I wasn't
words.
expecting to find myself indebted to you again so soon.
Lisa, your mother is much wiser than you are.
Without your intervention, the Chancellor and I would have met our maker in Crossbow.
Don't mention it.
We're just relieved you're all okay, Your Highness.
Indeed. I'm glad you were able to focus on making a positive contribution at the conference.
I wish I could tell you that's exactly what I did. I could scarcely find a place to chime in once the Chancellor and the Republic's president got going. Though the mayor of Crossbell managed to dumbfound even them.
I presume you're referring to his proposal for Crossbell's independence?
Hard to believe it could actually happen.
Well, as long as both Erebonia and Calvard refuse to accept it, the likelihood of it actually happening is incredibly low. Still, they're planning to hold a referendum on the issue to see if the population is in favor of it. So there'll be plenty more chances for disputes to break out over the issue.
Well, neither of them
So it's not like a done deal yet. It's more like a idea put forth.
Half of it flows into the provinces too, so like, fat chance the noble faction's gonna take that lying down.
Milliam. I swear, this kid has all the delicacy of a rock to the face.
So you're Milliam, are you? Your name seems to have come up with increasing frequency lately. I was hoping for a chance to see the famous Eric Getlem in action, though.
Oh, sure thing. Come on, Lamb!
Whoa there. Cool your jets.
I'm not sure this is the best place to call out Eric Getlem. Just a hunch.
Lame.
Objection overruled.
That could have gotten messy.
Honestly, it would save us all a lot of trouble if you could just refrain from saying whatever pops into your mind, too.
Lame.
Indeed it is, lame.
Oh, who might you be?
Some dude. Some bodyguard
Say,
dude.
are you from the Vander family? The one who serves as the prince's bodyguard?
Oh, you must be a relative of the Van der Sex,
Did
eh?
Nygaard mention me?
Oh yeah, this is Mueller.
I'm Mueller Vander of the 7th Armored Division. I was with the Prince at the conference in Crossbell, so I'm in your debt as well. Glad to be able to thank you personally.
The honor is ours, sir.
It's an honor to meet a member of the esteemed Vander family.
Ah, so you're the Radiant Blade Master's daughter. And you must be a practitioner of the 8 Leaves 1 Blade style. I'm always happy to meet fellow students of the sword. Oh, and you must be the young man from Nord who my uncle wrote a reference for.
Yes, that would be me. I owe a lot to Lieutenant General Vander.
It sounds like he's in your debt as well, with everything that happened in Nord a few months ago. Well, you all seem like dependable young men and women. Perhaps the Prince's idea had some merit to it after all.
See? What did I tell you? And it's not just Class 7 either. The whole Academy seems so full of life. Perhaps I should take this opportunity to break down social barriers by getting to know all of them in the Academy's pool.
Sounds like a great idea. Allow me to join you, Prince Olivert.
If you really want to work up a sweat, I'd be glad to let you run back to Heimdall. If you kept up a good sprint, I'll bet you could even make it in a couple hours.
You'd actually make me do it, too. Ah, cruelty. Thy name is Mueller.
It's like their hearts practically beat in sync.
That's certainly one way to look at it. I wonder how long they've known each other.
Yes, yes. Say your goodbyes. Everyone does a little hand wave and then, you know, they go.
Well then, I bid you all a fond farewell. I hope we have the chance to meet again soon.
The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. Three days later, on a Saturday. 3 days had passed since the board of directors handed down their decision. With the assurance that our field studies would continue, we finally turned our attention to the next month's festival. However, losing those couple of days at the end of the month meant we had that much less time to prepare. No matter how much we brainstormed, we couldn't think of any really compelling ideas our small class could pull off. Eventually. Geez, I can't believe we burned through another week already. Oh, I will enjoy my free day. First years have to participate. If you can't think of anything, you'll be showing your field study reports instead. I mean, we'll probably come up with something. Eventually. We need to figure out what we are going to do by the start of next week. I guess we're gonna start gathering info. Well, that's great and all, but we shall end it here for today. We went through quite the ordeal with the Corellia Fortress incident, but now we have returned to the school, and we shall have, I'm sure we will have a great cultural festival at some point. And if I'm not mistaken, from what little I know of this game, the one thing I do know is that at the end, supposed end, I guess, there is a dance with whoever you pick, I think, like a romantic thing. And usually, if I'm not mistaken, cultural festivals often have, it's either usually the cultural festival or some sort of other event where they have this bonfire at the end. And usually during the bonfire, there's a dance. So I am guessing that that's where we're headed. But anyway, next time. Oh my god, have we been playing this playthrough for 60 hours? Holy shit. Well, I hope you enjoyed. This has been The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel.